Let's switch on over. All right. Surprise, surprise, folks. A surprise short. It's not going to be that long tonight. But surprise short Thursday stream. Because I don't usually do this, but I had some time. And I wanted to do this. Oh, this is a blast from past. Now, if anybody's ever actually gone onto my normal, not my VOD channel, but my normal channel, again, I haven't updated in a while. I did play the demo of this either sometime within the last year. I don't remember when exactly off the top of my head I did, but I played the demo of the Riven remake, which is this. I'm old enough to have played the original Riven when it came out. And I did beat it with the help of my wife. We were dating at the time. And the guidebook, because god damn, like a Myst game, it's hard. Granted, Riven is technically Myst 2. So for those who don't know, there's Myst, Riven, Myst 3, 4, and 5, and then what's called Uru. U-R-U. Technically Myst 6. When Cyan Worlds made Riven, I believe at the time they didn't have the rights to call the game Myst. Whoever had published the original Myst game still held those rights. They did get them back from Myst 3, but for Myst 2, they couldn't do that. So they had to name it something different. Riven. For those who have never played any of the Myst games specifically, it'd be really hard for me to truly describe how the lore of the Myst universe works. But I will try to condense it a little bit. In the Myst universe, there is a race of people called the Dani. D''N', Dani. They are a normal, an advanced civilization to a degree, but they have what's called an art called writing. Now you think, oh, everybody can write. No. Not Dani writing. No. Dani writing, when they write in their books, they create links to other worlds. Their imagination is the only thing that holds them back. So it's one of those creative writing exercises you used to do in school. Notch that up to 11. Add a little bit of the ability to transport to different worlds, and there you've got it. So a lot of the transport stuff is done through books. Now, books can be also traps. That will become important with this game later. And not every world is stable, depending on how you wrote it. So through the games, it kind of expands more. What I should do, I don't have the newest Myst remake. I should pick that up. What I should do after today, actually what I should do on my channel, my normal channel, what I should do is I should do a full playthrough of all 6 Myst games in order. Myst, Riven, Myst 3, 4, 5, and Uru. And do I should do a full playlist of the Myst games. We'll just do, this one here as well, but I'll re-record it later. And we've played other games similar, like the other one, Firmament, that we played about 2 or 3 weeks ago, was also made by Cyan Worlds. It's still the newer guy, the same guys who made this game. And then they also have another one called Abduction. You're abducted by aliens, landed on a world. It's a Myst game. There's others that have been created around Quern, Qern, I believe, or Quen. Not made by Cyan Worlds, but it's another one of those Myst puzzle games. It spawned a whole genre. So, but I wanted to play this at least for today. But yeah, I should do a series on my normal YouTube channel of the Myst series. I think that'd be fun. I just have to buy. Well, I mean, I could do I've got the older Mysts, but Anyways, I'll keep that rambling down to a minimal. So let's get started with the new game. I checked the basic settings. It seems same from when I ran the demo, but we'll see. I might have to pause and adjust things when we get there. So let's get started in Riven. Many ages, infinite truth. Old Denis proverb. See, there I was saying the Denis.
Thank God you've returned. I need your help. There's a great deal of history that you should know, but I'm afraid there's no time to explain. Most of what you'll need to know is in here. And for reasons you will discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out. But I can give you this. It appears to be a linking book back here to Dunny, but it's actually a one-person prison. It's the only way to capture Gen. Here. Once you've freed Catherine, I'll come with a linking book. She'll know how to signal me. There's a very good chance, if all this goes well, that you'll be returned to the place that you came from. Until we meet again, take care, my friend.
Before we get going here, hold on. Let me. Oh yeah, that's heavily oversaturated. Let me adjust this. Oh, much better. I'm not oversaturating you guys. And before I get started, okay. We are actually currently in the ruins of the Denis city. Again, things to learn later in the series. On to Uru. I wish I could get on, but I forgot to put closed caption on. I am sorry, guys. We'll get that going once we get into game proper. Loading we are. That's a bit of a loading. Up there we go.
타게마 레코와 타게마 수레코와 Isirap mutika go kuwa nai Isirap mutika go kuwa nai buku wa nai Isirap buku wa nai buku wa nai
Bye bye. The motion blurs on. Looks like there may actually be some. Take your first steps in the age of Riven. Really, guys? Actually, before we get going, I know because there is some talking. I do need to put in subtitles. This would have been nice earlier. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, yeah, they got let's go down to 60 mainly because I don't want to push too much through OBS. Or now that we actually made that. Let's turn off that for now. See how it behaves. That doesn't look too bad. You're not getting that after shadow effect we were getting there from when the guy got dragged away. Let's double check. So we have it. Let's look here. We have it here without FSR on. Let's go ahead and put it with FSR on because I'm running good quality. Okay, I'm not really seeing much of a difference. I don't know about everybody else. Let's see here. Okay. 610As. There she goes. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of blur from FSR. Okay, from just because it's frame gen, and honestly, I don't really need it. We'll leave HDR on. Yeah, don't really need frame gen on. Can't do anything with that yet. Can't do anything there yet. The difference between this one, obviously, that's new graphics, and the original Riven is the original Riven was one of those you'd sit there and you'd have to click, you know, you see the mouse cap pop up here? You click and then it moves you over here. And then you move the mouse to click and click to go up there. Where the new remakes, the remake on Myst, that's no, which actually they actually have a new level apparently called Rhyme. I think Salt. And this one is also our free flow. I can sit here and I can walk, which is, I think, can be both good and bad. Okay. Well, that's not good. Well, that was fun. And they do have a run. I'll do this just to get rid of the tutorial. Thank you. Go away. Hey, let's go over here. Doom, bo doo 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 doom. Can't do anything in there yet. Okay, so looks like I'm out. Anything there, so I'm going to need to worry about that room later. Okay. Can't do that with you yet. Don't have anything to pry that off yet. See here. I like the fact that they actually have Alright, so we'll read this now since I didn't read it before. Alright, they held for more than 30 years, but the corrections I made to Riven have finally failed. The island has resumed the familiar pattern of decay that is hallmark of my father's work. I must now race to implement this new patch before it's too late. I only hope that my revised theories are sound. 87.616. Revisions to Riven complete. There are still a number of minor adjustments that need to be made, but the basic corrections are in and should be working. Something is not right. I've been monitoring the instruments for several hours now, but have thus far observed no change. It's possible I've made an error, though. I've checked my entry against my prenotation and can find no discrepancy. I haven't slept in nearly 3 days, so maybe that I'm just not seeing it. If the fault is with my foundational assumptions, however, perhaps after a short rest I will see something. On the 18th, success. It appears that my repairs have been effective after all. The gateway image has become noticeably clearer. And although it's impossible to know this with absolute certainty, the island seems to have quieted itself. Just a few more weeks of work and I should be free, at least to go there myself and attempt to bring Catherine back. The past 8 months have left me with little time to devise a strategy for getting her out of there. There has been no sign from her in all that time. I only hope that, no, I must assume she's all right. Least my fears undermine my efforts. It looked like that. He was crying. Catherine is important to him. On the 19th, I did not create the Age of Riven. Unlike my father, I have never presumed to have such power. And yet the future of all those who live there have fallen into my hands. So far, I've managed to read the page before it turns. The island continues to appear stable, and I would like to believe that I have saved a dying world. But the theories of one individual cannot support the lives of real people indefinitely. I must get everyone off of Riven as soon as possible. The problem now is Gen. I'll never be able to rescue Catherine and relocate the islanders if he is still the man he used to be. I haven't seen him in over 30 years, but given his history, I must assume that he's still a threat. His myopic mission to restore the Denis civilization has left too many innocent cultures dying in its wake, a pattern that would no doubt continue were he ever to escape the confines of Riven. For more than 3 decades now, the universe has been safe from his corruptive influence because no one has been able to leave that ill-fated age, the last linking book out of Riven having been lost to the Starfisher upon my return to Myst. That was our intention, to maroon my father on Riven by removing all the existing links to other worlds. And since the libraries containing the vast and intricate knowledge needed to construct linking books remains largely confined to the ruins of Denis, he would be trapped there for the remainder of his lifetime, and effectively segregated from the countless other worlds that he would have invaded. This is what we achieved, but the way it fell was no one's ideal, and although the sting of it has gradually faded over the years, the deep pain of the responsibility for what actually came to pass has never left me. At the time of it all seemed so clear. Gen's destructive path could not be allowed to continue, but it was never my wish that innocent inhabitants of Riven, who had already suffered so much, would be the ones to pay for it. But enough to dwell in the past is to die in the present, and the situation is not the same as it was then. The knowledge I've acquired since that time has yet to be factored into the equation. I think I have a solution for rescuing Catherine. Why it did not occur to me sooner, I do not know, unless the thought had been pushed out of my memory with the memory of my sons. A prison book. Many years ago, during the hunting expedition through the ruins of Denis, I chanced upon a formula for a most unusual type of book. Unfortunately, as my father was then in the habit of confiscating my discoveries, I had to leave it behind. Years later, however, as part of my efforts to protect the vulnerable worlds linked to the books in my library, I was pleased to find I could still recall most of the formula, and with little experimentation, I quickly succeeded in creating one of those devices myself. The procedure is actually quite simple by altering key lines of text, but slightly a normal linking book's connection can be partially severed, such that anyone who attempts to use the book will permanently be trapped in the dark void of the link, unless someone else then uses the book, at which point that person becomes trapped and the first person displaced back into the world. The technique can be applied to books that have already been written, changes to the text being so slight that anyone who is unfamiliar with the code will be unable to detect them. If my father is indeed unchanged, what better bait would there be than a book that appears to be a link back here to Denis? My nightly analysis of the island's condition has revealed that the tremors have started again. The pattern, however, is new. The disturbances are the result of the changes I have made. This did not at first concern me. Tremors of this type were one of the possible side effects I didn't anticipate it during the initial phase of the island's readjustment, but in order to verify my assumptions, I recalculated incorporating the new data. The results were not what I expected. The damage to the understructure is more extensive than I'd realized. I can no longer go to Riven as planned. Catherine, forgive me. I must act while I have the time. The signs are yet barely visible, but there is no question that the island's deterioration is accelerating. Total collapse is imminent unless I keep ahead of it, and that is becoming increasingly difficult to do. With every passing moment, I gain clearer picture of the incredible chaos that my father's shortcuts have yielded. But it's a dismaying process. The complexity of the problem is overwhelming. There is no good end to... Okay, make sure... Yep, okay, I did do it. There is no good end to this. The last few days have convinced me that the collapse of Riven is inevitable, and that, at best, I can only strive to delay it in the hope that at some point the island will become stable enough to risk a rescue attempt. I think I've come up with a way to subdue the tremors. It will require my exclusive attention for at least a month or two, so it may be necessary to discontinue these journal entries for a while. Yeah, he did for a good week. Something truly miraculous happened. Beyond all conceivable probability, someone has found my lost Myst linking book and freed me from this prison. I immediately realized that this could be the solution to my dilemma, and I believe my mysterious benefactor is willing to assist me. The logistics of such a scheme are formidable, but the fact that it may now be possible for me to continue my repairs to Riven while also proceeding with my original intent to find Catherine, has renewed my hopes. The last few days have left me a little time to work out the remaining problem with sending someone else to Riven. It did occur to me, however, that if a way could be found to signal me once Gen had been captured, it would no longer be necessary to take no longer necessary to take a real linking book to Riven, and thereby risk the possibility of inadvertently freeing him. The deteriorated state of the gateway image would seem to make the use of the visual signal impossible, yet the picture remains remains a reliable indicator of Riven's condition nonetheless. By measuring and interpreting variations in noise patterns, I am still able to observe basic changes that occur in the age, even though I cannot see them. The problem is that my instruments can only detect changes that occur at a fundamental level, and it seems unlikely that an individual will be able to affect such an elementary change from within an age. The idea may be foolish. Still, there is a known weakness that may be worth investigating. An unstable anomaly that appears as a rift between the two separate realms, the Star Fissure. But how this feature might be exploited, I cannot say. Sending someone to Riven also means that once signaled, I will have to leave my writing in order to take a real linking book there myself, provided my father is safely out of the way. This should take a little time. Assuming the island does not incur any serious damage during my absence, I should then be able to return to Kavir and hold it together long enough for Catherine to evacuate the remaining islanders. Predetermining a specific signal may simply be impossible, but I'm afraid there can only be one answer to the question of whether or not I should send my friend to Riven with a way out. The potential for success will be greatly increased, and the possibility of disaster greatly diminished if the prison book is all that is taken there. My father is no doubt expecting me to bring a linking book to Riven. May he not be disappointed. Alright, so that's all we got. Was it? Yeah. How many can I have in my notebook? 50? 150. Okay. Is there a shortcut key to the notebook, or do I just have to keep doing this? Controls. I don't see. Don't see anything for. Oh wait, hold on. Controller diagram. Grab release menu. Okay, so no, I do not have. I have to go here to notebook. Okay. Again. I think I've done this one already. Yes. Okay, so I need to. Okay, we definitely. I'll drop the graphics, I think. Hold on. On-screen orientations. I'll detect the quality. If anything, it made it more. Turn the on the medium just because. Shadows, well, shadows look good when you're trying to stream it. It doesn't always work the way you want it to. It still looks good as far as I'm concerned. I think. Yeah, so this is the one I want to be to get to that door frame there, so. Well, while it's doing that. Let me see if there's anything down here I can grab. Can't grab any of that. Can't do anything with that just yet. Get that door open. I said, if I remember correctly, this site just has. Can't do much with that just yet. Can't do anything with that just yet. There we go. Okay, so I need to bring. Should have left it actually thinking about it. Turn the room back around. So if I need to go. Do one turn and let's see what goes on over there. Goes back down to that. We've got steam heading that way. That opened up. No, that didn't open that one up. That opened something up. Guess that opened that puzzle. Can't do anything with that from here. Let's have a look over here. So I don't know what I need for that yet. Could open up the other door, the other gate, so I can get into it. Open that one up. That did open that one up. Good. One more. Oh, nope, that was the one I wanted. Damn it. Okay, well, I'll go back. I miscounted. Or no. Here we go. I don't know if I can do anything with that down there yet. Let's go down and check. We'll leave this as is because I need to come back here. But I'll put up the steam. Okay, I don't have numbers. Yes, those are numbers. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me make sure there's nothing in the notebook as numbers. Don't need this. We can actually delete this one. Nothing. Okay. Nothing yet, anyways. Achievement, enter the Great Gold Dome. That book is not usable yet. Ba-ba-ba-da-bum. The bridge is up to that one. We're not. So everything needs to be turned on from these locations to come here, hence the piping. The dome needs to be done. That door isn't open yet. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna go faster. All right. And here was the gate. Okay, the door. Perfectly safe. Whoops. Okay. Let's go see if that other door is open in the other room. Possibly? Maybe? I don't know. We'll find out. Since I did bring pressure back to the system, that might open the door over here. Might. No guarantees. No, do not open that up yet. Okay. So let's see here. been so long. Oh my god, I am... So the pressure came down here. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there are 10 numerical values. Okay. I'm missing something. What am I missing? That's just journal. Hmm. Can't do anything with that puzzle yet because I don't have enough information. Done what I can down there. That hasn't changed. Any other details there? Anything else around this book? No. Okay. What am I missing? What am I missing? Yeah. Reclose the door. Wasn't there supposed to be like a thing playing on this when I walked in? And open it that way. Okay, so I gotta find buttons to open that up. I do it well. The correct part is I know it's right there, and I'm just blind as a flippin' bat at this stage. I'm hiccuping, sorry about that. My old age is showing, that's what it is. To remember what I needed to... We need to turn that valve off. So I just gotta go 2. I need to go 1. Oh wait, what do we got here? There. Wasn't there something actually in these alcoves? I could be wrong, thinking of a different game. We'll go full circle. Okay, so there wasn't anything in those. Can't do. I know. I can't do anything with this puzzle as of yet. Because I don't know which of these symbols I need. Well, maybe. Hold on. Circle. Well, never mind. I figured that one out. I was sitting there going, I don't know this one. That's the circle symbols. Circle symbol. Poopy! Did I just freeze? I might have just froze. Oh no, it was loading, okay. Hello! God, I love these games. Enter the starry expanse. Okay, so we have here. Okay. Not quite sure. I actually remember this puzzle. I don't remember this one at all. That button doesn't do anything just yet. Okay. All right, let's go head back. While you start the load. Okay, so we're not. ready for that just yet, because I don't think I have anything else. Fine. Okay, so where I gotta go from here? What do I got? Go back to the dome and go down the stairs again. See if I can get to the dome actually first from here. I want to leave. Leave you for now, I think. Maybe to the bridge? Hopefully, maybe. I might have to work it back out and around. Maybe. Because that's going to go... Yeah. I think I only got to go once. I need to go down and around. Get back to the gold dome. Rich. Oh, back. Can't do anything in the middle yet, so I want to see. Gotta be something. What am I missing? That door is not open. Oh wait, nope. I could open it. Good grief. Going around in circles. Okay, so this... I think that raises the bridge? Yeah, that raises the bridge. I don't want to raise the bridge. I do want to do this one. I can open the doors. There we go. You know, I made the comment, what, 15, 20 minutes ago? Like, it's right there, and I'm going around in circles like an idiot. Lo and behold... I was going around circles like an idiot. Granted, I was able to open that one up, which is nice, but I can't do anything with it yet. Okay, so now we're gonna head back. Through the door and go that way. I need to play these games, more of these kind of games, get my brain back working into the way it was. looks like a fish. Turn around. Go for a ride. Come on. Thank you. Let me out. I'd love to know how that turned around. Arrived on the jungle. Jungle boogie. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Have this. I will need to figure out. Can't do much of that right now. Okay. That one in mind. Go up. Okay, so we have single. And we're on that one. Minecart. Go for a ride. Okay, so you brought me here to the... Well, to the island I destroyed the bridge for. We're on Boiler Island. Get out here. Okay, so I need that to know where I'm going to go with things. Okay. Let's... Before I send it to there, I want to see... I wonder if it's been so long. I'll be over here. Possibly. Let's have a look-see here. That allow for the door to be opened? No. Can't open the door yet. Can't do the boiler yet. Up. That definitely did not open that yet. So I think there's another route I gotta get to from here. But I will have the steam going this direction. Why? Because, I don't know, reasons. So that... Let's head back to the jungle island. Heading back. Under the sea. Can't see it was wetter considering. So, can't do much there. Can't do much with the axe. I don't know that puzzle solution yet. What we got here? That's some tall grass. Another dome. Down. Okay, another one of you. You're missing, actually. Okay, so you're missing. Part that goes in there. Okay, keep an eye out for that. Okay. Okay, yeah, so this was the other section over here. Asshole. For those who didn't see, there was a person who ran that way. They took the submersible train away from me. I can't go down. It's the asshole. But I can go down this way. have no idea what I just did. Hmm. Okay, so we'll head back to where we started. And then, okay, I know there's another path. We went one way. Let's go back the other way. Okay. Oh, is there anything over here yet that I'm ready for? Yet. Okay, so no, I went up. Let's go down. Okay. White paint. Actually, let's go ahead and keep that out. Oh, R. Nice. I don't have to keep looking up and down. Okay. So. Anything requiring yet. Ow. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, don't see anything by the tree yet. Again, I keep saying yet. That's gonna be the case. I'm not gonna get over there just because I need to get. Wait, little place, ain't it, huh? So I've got my lens. I've sneaky suspicion. I don't have much else over here to do, so I gotta go back. I'm not gonna be able to get past there just yet, just because, well, I'm not there yet. Was there one by the tram? I don't remember if there was or not. Oh, yeah, it was. It was right here. Okay. Yeah, so we had the one over by the village there. There's no other. They're white. Why? Take a picture about that. Come back to them. We have the one over here. And remember there's one that actually had the whole thing missing. Also while I'm here. Guess where I saw something white. Alright, well maybe not. Oh, it's just the bugs. Okay. Just the bugs. Chirp? Chirp? Or is it more about Triddle? Oh, there's one down here. Or were you the one up here that was broken? You're the one that's broken, so I gotta find you. Okay, that I know I need to save. Stretch. Okay. Okay. So I know there's more in the area. There's like 3 total. Him and 2 others. My chair's squealing because I'm readjusting. You're trying to remember where they're all at. Okay, I know one of them has to be by their entryway. I just was not in the right angle. So I'll have to head back to the tram. We'll go this way. Right here yet. All right, moving on. Back towards the town here. That's been painted over. Drainage. Another itch. My eye. Okay. Let's go back to the... or do I want to take the minecart down back to Boiler Lake and see if there's something there I'm missing with the lens? I know there's one here I'm missing for a creature. I want to say it was up near that broken one, I think, but I could be completely wrong. Probably am. Let me go this way, obviously. So before we go down the mine cart over there, let's go back to see if we can realign that one near the entrance. Right here. Looks like that might not have anything I can use. Let's head back to Boiler Lake over there. There's nothing I need to be aware of here. I'm gonna have this going because maybe I might see something. Although it looks kind of cool, though, I won't lie. Bum. Dum. Still red. Well, of course, since I'm actually having pressure come in this direction. That would be why. That brings water back in. Or is it? Okay, that one brought the water back in. We can't get in there yet because I haven't figured it out yet. Let's see if I crawl up if that door will open up there or if I am gonna stuck down here for a bit. And I thought that was the case. I hoped. Oh, we have a book. A burnt linking book. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Can't do anything from there just yet. Let me actually put pressure back. That might change. I'm not saying it will. It probably won't. But let's put pressure back to that door. See what happens. You probably really got to turn off that gas. Comes up there. I don't see a way to turn off the gas right away. See, putting pressure, steam pressure here might open the door. I doubt it, but we'll check it. Nope. All right. I had a feeling. That's okay. All right. So I'm going to head back to the jungle. After one more, I have a feeling the gas controls are over there for think they're over there. Because, yeah, well, those are on, it's probably just too damn hot to get in here. Oh, wait. Missed it. Now I probably need to put the pressure back on it. Back out to the middle of the lake. Or caldera, really. There we go. That has to still be toasty in there. There's the grate out that way. Here we go. There he's at, or I don't say he, but it. Fast travel loop has been unlocked. Do I need to bring the steam back over here? I might. I am, because I need to drain that pool. Okay. So I need to go back out, switch the steam power back over to this direction so I can drain that pool. But now that I got the shortcut open, I don't need to worry about it too much now. Just get a loop around. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Up we go. I never did take a picture from the gold dome of which was symbol I needed. Shit. I'll make sure I do that. I have to go back and... Do. I'm already in Gen's laboratory. Alright. Not that already. This is actually the process I need to go here. Okay, so what have we got? I have been cataloging the mature elements of this age for many years now, yet I still continue to find evidence that of the number 5. As a boy, it was very clear to me that it held a place of special significance in Dene society. From the ancient heraldic emblems of the ruling elite to the humble homes of the commoners, it was ubiquitous. Its presence here is clearly a direct reflection of the minds that authored the texts I used to compose this age. Further proof that through their art the Dene masters were indeed creating the marvelous worlds they wrote, and not, as many have mistakenly thought, merely forging links to pre-existing worlds. While all of my ages, let's see here, have been based on Dene designs, I see now that the others most vested with the power of 5 are also the most beautiful, the most perfect, and undoubtedly the most structurally sound. I still have yet to determine how the Dene color symbology reflects this superior design principle. While ostensibly the 6 color system, I am convinced that there must be some deeper connection to the number 5. I will continue to investigate. Let's see here. The tram traps have been particularly fruitful this year. Apparently, the breakup of this island has most adversely affected the subterranean ecosystems. Unfortunately, I imagine the rebels are also experiencing generous harvest. No sabotage or poison for their darts this season. Such vexing issues aside, this unexpected windfall has allowed me to refine a particularly pleasant extract from my pipe, one that is smoother than any other in recent memory. I have reluctantly decided to suspend my inquiries into the unusual behavior of the water of this age, as there are more pressing matters that now demand my attention. For future reference, however, my investigations have revealed the following. I believe the remarkable properties of the water to be caused by a microbe that resides within it. I am imagining a itching Opson, a unicellular organism, but one with structure that allows it to manipulate bits of water. The aggregate effect of which is that the composite body of water is able to deform itself in response to threatening conditions. Prolonged exposure to extreme heat, a period of extended boiling, for example, seems to kill them off, which would explain their dramatic aversion to even moderate rises in temperature. Okay, I'll be there in a bit, done. There is still much to learn, however, regarding this peculiar phenomenon and its possible uses. Construction of the images has proceeded without fault. Remarkable how easy it is to adapt the Dani technology to mimic that of the Ahmed. The two cultures must surely have crossed paths at some point in their histories. It may even be that Keta was a direct descendant of the Dani. How else to explain the redemptive depth of our connection? But that's all pointless now. Maintenance on the steam vent caps completed. I am extremely pleased with the continued success of the system. Another example of the superiority of Dani technology. Ironic that artists Atreus and Catherine's meddling unwittingly provided me with such convenient sources of power. I'm certain now that the fissures was an unexpected byproduct of the changes they wrote into this age, as part of their machinations to trap me here. And what Atreus never intended for the book to be lost among the stars in the process. Better that a linking book to be destroyed than to risk it falling into unknown hands. Had they foreseen their creation of fissures, they surely would have sought another solution, as the ensuing cataclysm may well have consumed the entire world, had I not managed to intervene. Catherine's would never have knowingly taken such a risk, and surely my son, given his own dearth of vertebrae, had only meant for Riven to become my prison and not my tomb. I am discontinuing regular observations of the expanse beneath the fissure. I have tracked the stars and have proven that their paths are cyclical. But without proper instrumentation, there is nothing more I can learn. My theory, however, remains unaltered. The fabric of this age was breached in a way that permeates matter. To be hospitably exchanged between two discrete yet overlapping spaces. Yet the attendant paradox defy the laws of conventional physics. The great column of wind that forms when the rift first appears suggests a vacuum, as one might expect in space. Yet my early experiments seem to confirm the presence of a breathable atmosphere. That Atreus momentarily threw himself into the void is further evidence that it might possibly be safe to venture into, but without knowing its true nature, I simply cannot take the risk. It is also difficult to say what would happen were I to open the fissure now, but it is highly probable that the results would be disastrous. My hopes have been dashed again. The latest link formation has proven to be another in a long list of failures. Frustrating to expend so much effort constructing a linking book only to end up destroying it with refuses to function. Too often has this lab grown uncomfortably warmed by the flame of these unnerving never-ending disappointments. Without my replacement reference library back in Dani, a properly orthodox linking book may simply be beyond my means. But I simply cannot burn another book. There must be another way. Hens of Fate. Late last night, while pondering these interminable setbacks, I went to light my pipe. The fine marble got away from me, however, and rolled across the gateway image to the open book before me. If the consequence of this had not been repeatable, I would not have believed my eyes. And the marble felt a faint yet definite trail of increasing clarity in its wake. The change did not last long, but it was unmistakable. If I could find a way to boost the energy output of my fire marbles, it might be possible to suppress the variance enough to fabricate a stable link. But how? A spatial anomaly occurred yesterday, about 5 spans across the mouth on the north shore of Temple Island. A breach of stars seemingly identical to the ones beneath the fissure. It began as a small cloud like a hole, which then commenced to expand in random surges. With some effort, I was finally able to contain it with new runic plates, similar to the ones I devised for the fissure. I believe it will hold, but the appearance of a new rift is troubling, and yet it has also left me with the most uncanny feeling that something fundamental has shifted in my favor. I believe it may be time to give this impossible, inexplicable mystery a second look. I have entered a small dome, a pressurized airlock mounted upon the contained. I have erected a small dome, a pressurized airlock mounted upon the contained breach. This has allowed me to safely conduct tentative forays into the expanse without subjugating Riven to further invasions and the destruction that would certainly attend it. It is a gaffingly implorable space, yet surprisingly more accommodating than my initial observations had led me to believe. Breathing is indeed possible within it, yet I cannot say that it is respiration that I use to it. Rather, as nonsensical as this is going to sound, it feels at times as if the expanse was breathing me, and in the process imitating me with a sense of endless possibility. At last, the breakthrough I was hoping for. After just my first full day of experimentations in the expanse, I was astonished to discover that the fire marble in my coat pocket had come to fluorescence. A quick strike test confirmed that their energy levels had increased significantly, and their charge had lasted longer than I would have thought possible. I am clear in the clear act of divine providence. The expanses give me the final piece of the puzzle, an apparently boundless energy source that should be more than sufficient to rectify my linking books. But I must work quickly. 2 more breaches have occurred in the interim, each one more aggressive and difficult to contain than the last. Time, I fear, is running out. The breach is now number 5, a sure sign that I am on the right path. I have connected the domes of each of them via nexus of pathways within the expanse, which will also serve as an inter-island shortcut as I continue to work on my enhanced fire marble complex. The loss of 2 more men yesterday has made it clear that the full spectrum of energy is too great for even my finest fire marbles to contain. That too. So I've decided to break it up into 5 discrete frequency ranges, which will later be combined for application to the book. I've installed 5 charging stations within the expanse, each one calibrated to imbue a blank fine marble with a separated grand in the total energy needed. A pneumatic tube system will then convey the charged marble to the great gold dome on Riven for recombination. Freedom is merely within my grasp. The problem of how to return to Riven has been settled. Reckon has proven his usefulness over the years, at times merely rivaling my own engineering prowess. He and his team will have the honor of greeting the first to link to the new age, bringing with them necessary materials to build a vastly simplified version of the book apparatus, which I personally designed. If they do not return within a reasonable amount of time, I will reverse my design and send additional men until they get it right. Should they founder, however, I'm prepared to sacrifice every last man on Riven to continue my effort. This cannot fail. At long last, a viable loop has been established. After an eternity of toil and sacrifice, I am unconscionable, preemptive of the ages I might have fathered. I have finally linked to a new age. It is a bleak and barren world, partially suited for my purpose. By closely combining the real with the written, I believe I will soon be able to create a more appropriate age from which to relaunch my mission. For now, however, I will move my office and living quarters there, so that I may safely continue my endeavors without distraction. Although it is a bit of a stepping stone, I don't know the number off the top of my head. is utter triumph. To think that I have accomplished in a matter of years, under extremely adverse conditions, what took my Denis ancestors centuries to achieve. I caught one of my assistants thumbing through this journal today. He will certainly never do it again, but I'm glad I chose to write this in a language these people cannot decipher. Perhaps it's time I review security measures with the guild master. No problems are expected from the builders, maintainers, and surveyors, but the bookmaker and educators may need a bit more motivation. More reports of spirit sightings. It seems that under Catherine's leadership, the rebels, or Black Motley, as the village suddenly insists on referring to them, have attained a new level of sophistication in their terror tactics, renewing their campaign to intimidate the weak-minded into joining them by purging upon them cultured superstitions. I suppose I should be concerned by this, but it strikes me as almost laughable. If the rebels wish to dilute their ranks with the dimwits, then who am I to stop them? Chemical analysis of one of the rebel knives has yielded curious results. The metal contains elements that are unlike anything I've encountered on this island. It appears that the rebels have access to a resonance that I am unaware of, perhaps a mine or an uncharted island. Most of these knives have been found on the south side of the village, the same region that reports of people mysteriously disappearing have emanated from. I think a closer inspection of this area is warranted. The fact that the rebels deliberately leave these distinctive knives as a sign of their presence is concerning. They're growing bolden as they no longer fear discovery of their hideout. Quick drink of water real quick. Recent measurements indicate that the movement of the islands has slowed dramatically. My previous estimates predicted a total collapse in approximately 3 months, but with my new figures, I am no longer certain. I have merely finished writing the 10th age, I think, and have have every confidence it will be a safe place to relocate to. But it would still be useful to know what has caused the sudden halt in Riven's breakup. Is it possible that the age is stabled after all? If so, I must discover how it differs from whichever version that age is, which has already shown troubling signs of decay. Though further tests have needed, and yet, there's something about this that gives me pause. Could it be that someone is attempting to repair the damage to the 5th age at its source? I cannot help think that the hand of Atreus is behind this somehow. Well, you would be right. Your son is trying. The container intuitive aspect of fine marbles that is greater striking force does not always yield the maximum energy output. Never cease to amaze me. Optimal strike force base value, of course he's got here's where he took it. Alright, last week one of my acolytes caught a rebel sniffing around the cemetery totem in the jungle. I'm keeping with the general ineptitude of my men. The dog was allowed to escape, but at the least the fool had the presence of mind to bring me the object in question. It is primitive eyepiece into which one of the natives numbers have been set. Given that the facet that their accursed numeric system requires you to know which way a symbol has been rotated in order to read it, however, there is no way to make sense of it, and it is possible an overestimation of the Moitley's intelligence to suspect that there may be some greater meaning behind it. But tomorrow I shall send surveyors to inspect the other totems just to be safe. Alright, so if I'm going to do this, picture of it just to play it safe. Alright, so that's done its thing. Guess that just gets it started again. Okay. Find power marble strike force compensation. Okay, so I've gotten that. So that's gotta be. Oh, I gotta figure out what the new number system is again. I've gone back to his outpost. And I open it back up again. I can, yes, okay, so I can come back. Good, where is that going to take me off to? Turn around, bright eyes. I think this is Temple. Oh, Survey Island. Okay. Where did the achievement just popped up? So we have Jungle Island, Survey Island, and Boiling Island. I'm nowhere near Solid, by the way. We're nowhere near there. A dots puzzle. Oh, it's one of these puzzles. Okay. All right, so we have you're up there. We need. Okay, you go down over here. Okay. Okay, take that screenshot. God, those like eyeballs. So that's one. I think I saw 1 and 2 and 2. Okay. I think I saw that over here on this. 5 by 5. Yep, 5 by 5. Okay. One, 2, and then 2. Well, that's creepy. And that's damn cool. Although I'm going to do this. We're going to step back. And I'm going to take a screenshot. Hopefully. Take a picture of that too, because maybe I can also... Pretty cool. Oh, what we got going on here? So that one turns on blue. Green, yellow. Okay, so it's Catherine. Wait, who do you got going on? Ah, when you're trying to talk to me. Curious to see how this goes. See if it actually shows us or not. Ouch. See if it resets. Okay, so just kind of reset. I think I looked at this one already? Yeah, I did. Okay. That one we know broken. We don't know the pattern though, so we will chuck them back, but that's okay. Let's head up. Let's go back up. Okay, so now I need to come back down. Hi, dude. See here. Okay, problem I have. Well, maybe. Hold on. Is there a thing around here, or am I? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to. Figure that out. Okay, so don't know enough to get into that yet. Wait, hold on. All right, that don't help me much. Green, blue, yellow, red. Okay, so there's gotta be... What am I missing? Looks like I can't. I'm not ready to use anything here yet, so... Not quite sure what that resets. Okay, so we probably need to head back to the other island. There's more information there. Probably a missing. Close. We'll head back. I'm probably going to call it. Okay. Head over here. Through here, okay. Picker it. How do I slow it? Oh, there, it's over there. How do I get over there? Pick to the pathway over here. Plus, it doesn't really matter 'cause I don't remember what symbol was for this island anyways. You can get a good look at the gold dome. Oh, that's kind of cool. Again, I gotta figure out how to get to that thingamajig. Granted, again, it won't do me any good if I don't know what symbol I need is. I mean, I know it's not the circle. He marked it. Hold on. go over to here. Okay, well, I thought I had it right there anyways. Okay, so what am I doing with you? I've done that. I can't remember what I gotta do with you. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, strike force compensator. What are you trying to tell me with? Making books, okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. Hmm. I wonder if I refill. Well, okay, that didn't do me any good. I'm glad we put lights in though. Interesting. I have to still figure out how to get down that way. I mean, it's way down that way, but question is how to get there. I just don't know how. Off the top of my head. It's of the same level that I'm at now. So I gotta figure out how to get another pathway. It's kind of right about over here. Yeah, this doesn't really give me much that way. Okay, I think we're probably a little bit lower than where I need to be. Hmm. See, it's right over there. Like I said, I'm going by the way of the path, which will put it right about here. Over here. And in this general vicinity. I just gotta figure out how to get to it. Whether it's a pathway from around here. To move the gas, or the steam. This one, I don't know where I'm going to move it to. Yeah, because that puts the kind of on this area, but on the opposite side, because it comes down here. So it's a. Don't see there's any. Well, maybe. Hold on. Nope, okay, that was not a path I can take. All the way over. Okay. Well, I'm kind of getting tired on the point, so I'm not able to focus anymore. So, we're going to call it. So, thank you for the spontaneous Thursday stream here. I do appreciate it. Tomorrow, a little later in the afternoon, we'll play something, probably Final Fantasy, but maybe something different. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. So, then Saturday is going to be kind of a. We'll try and make sure I get on midday. The wife and I have errands. I have, as of right now, D&D on Saturday night. So it won't be a long stream Saturday, but I'm going to try to get on, do something. And then, of course, Sunday we'll be back on with at about between 6 and 7, depending on when I get errands and everything else done. Usually close to 7 p.m. Pacific time, but sometimes I can get on earlier. Immortals Phoenix Rising. So, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate you coming in for this spontaneous stream of Riven. And I will see you guys later. Have a great night. Bye now.